in the heart of Manchester's fashion, the Northern Quarter. It's fun, it's vintage, and I love it. It's full of second-hand shops, individual designers. It really is a goldmine for fashion frenzies such as myself. So if you're anything like me and like to keep up with the latest trends, then let me take you on a journey to come and meet some inspiring people that have based their businesses around their passion. You think you've got a hard time at university? Well, let's meet Jack, who's not only studying a business degree, but has his own business.
My name's Jack McLeish, 21 years old. I've got quite a new clothing brand called Good For Nothing. Originally, it was just kind of, I put it on Facebook and see what the reaction was really. I had quite a good reaction from it, and then from there it grown quite a lot, so obviously I had to get another person involved. So one of my good friends, he actually runs the business with me now. I was just looking for kind of something quite catchy, a name, and then I just kind of stumbled across the phrase Good For Nothing. It's pretty important that a brand does have a logo. So it gives it quite a strong identity. I originally came up with a butterfly because I wanted something really what was quite versatile, where it appealed to like obviously guys and girls. There's quite a lot of negativity surrounding young people, so I thought I'd kind of use the phrase Good For Nothing to kind of showcase it in a good way. So basically here you've got obviously the logo, that's the butterfly. This is another design. We went down the route of getting females on t-shirts, what a lot of companies did last year. We knew this girl, she's called Beth Humphries. This picture was actually taken in my house. As you see that on the hand there, it says I am, and the bottom bit is Good For Nothing, so I am good for nothing, like it's all with the brand. I think one of the most important things is along your journey, when you first start it, the original idea obviously is quite important, and then from there I think a lot of it's who you meet, who you tend to learn off, and who you get tips off, and people who you bump into, and people who you meet, and all these people that are around you once you meet more and more people. If I was to look back at like high school, I never thought that I would be doing something like this, but I think especially once I finish uni, like I will always work in this industry. Like this is what I'm kind of used to it now. So
You might recognise our next entrepreneur from a popular TV show where she even got to work with Rihanna. Now she has her own label, so let's take a look.
My name's Sally, Sally Ellis. My fashion label is Fee Fashion Designer. I'm based in Tarpley, have my own boutique. It's a high fashion ladies clothing line consisting of couture pieces which I handcraft and design purely myself, and also the team of Fee is me as well, so it's a lot of pressure for me as a business, but it's thriving from strength to strength. This is actually somewhere, Tarpley in Cheshire, where I always said if I was to open a boutique it would be here. My actual unique trademark is black and white and cream, and I use one distinct colour with each collection. My customer base, well, I used to know what it was, but since I've opened my business in the shop, it ranges from my youngest client is 8 years old to my oldest, which is actually 95 years old. So I actually couldn't say what my target market is anymore. I do sell in my shop, we're in Tarpley, but I also do made to measure for that personal touch for a clientele. The dress that I'm holding here is the dress that Catherine Tilsley from Coronation Street wore, and it actually also featured in OK magazine. As you can see, it's all beaded, hand beaded all at the back with tiny cover buttons running down, and also a long fish train which looked absolutely superb on the red carpet. She's a bit of a fan of Svi. She's also been snapped in one of my red dresses, but it actually went pretty much straight away once she wore it for the red carpet event. But celebrity status is one of them things with designers. You've got to be very clever who you choose, and you've got to be clever in not saying no to the wrong person. But it's been quite good, and hopefully it's going to continue to have a bit of a following. To actually start the business, you've literally got zero in the bank. I think one thing that they don't teach you in university or education, which I think that needs to be touched on more, and I do stress this to everyone who asks me about opening their own shop or business, is you need to research. They don't teach you about business rates, they don't teach you about every single overhead, they don't teach about anything like that. You just assume it's rent, and it's not. But I think people would say that in my shoes, you work to pay your bills, you work to pay the rent, and I'm living the dream, so I can't complain. My pieces are very strong, they're very simple, simplistic lines and cuts, but it's the use of fabric and material that makes it just that extra bit special and a bit more unique. And I think once you know my label, Svi, I think you'll know who's wearing it, and hopefully one day the world will be wearing it.